some awareness breath, okay? So you're going to stand up. And since you're not letting me see you, I hope that you're doing this. And you're going to stand with your feet width apart, like hip width apart. And then we're going to start with our hands down by our belly, or what we call the dantian, the energy center. Okay, so this is going to bring awareness to where we want to have our balance down in our riding and our breath in our riding. So we're just going to take a minute and we're going to breathe into the dantian. So I just want you to keep your palms wide and then bring them just below your belly button, facing you, fingertips just a little bit, a little distance from each other, facing each other, just below your dantian. And then we're just going to bend the knees a little bit, drop your tailbone a little bit, bring your chin so that it's parallel to the floor. So you feel that your neck is straight and like there's a string hanging you from the ceiling. Okay? And then when we're breathing, nice and slow in your own tempo, we don't have to breathe exactly together, but whatever relaxes you. But what I want you to feel is that you breathe all the way down into your center. So you're going to breathe in and your belly's going to go out. And when you breathe out, your belly's going to go in. And I want you to really feel that. So we're going to spend just a minute doing that dantian breath, okay? You can close your eyes if you want. Feel that you're breathing all the way down into your belly. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, or you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, if that feels right for you. But this is just all about awareness, all about awareness. Your ankles are soft. Your feet are really flat against the floor. You feel all of your toes. You feel equal balance in the heels and in the balls of your feet and the wide toes. Little bit of knee bending. You still breathing when I'm talking. Your belly's going out and in when you're breathing out. Shoulders are relaxed and open. The back is nice and straight. Tailbone is stretching down. So you're making your spine just very long. Feeling that string hanging you from the ceiling. And then you might start to feel a little bit of awareness going through your shoulders, the energy going down through your arms, through your wrists, and that there's an energy connecting your fingers, even though your fingers are still an inch or two apart, that you start to feel a little tingling from the fingertips. Start to help you to be aware of your own energy field, that our energy body is not actually directly by the skin, but it's all a little layer around us of energy. So then the next breathing that we're going to do is going to be up by the heart center. And you can spend as much time in each place as you want. And you're going to still have that feeling of connection between your fingers. If you were to take your fingers a little bit away from each other and then push them toward each other, you might start to feel a little energy, feel a little tingling or a little resistance in there. That's kind of fun that you're building up. You want to have your elbows at almost the same height as your shoulders. You're relaxing the shoulders open and down. Again, thinking about that string pulling you up. And while I'm talking, you're breathing into the belly, then into the heart, and then out. And then again, into the belly, into the heart, and then breathing out in your own time. And then the last one for the breathing is going to be up by our mind. And we're just thinking about connecting. Now we're connecting the mind, the heart, and the belly. And so we have our hands just a little bit above our eyes. Our fingertips are still connecting that circle of energy. Knees a little bit bent. Stretching yourself up so you're making your tailbone a little tucked under. Back is very nice and straight, and then the shoulders are down. And in this time where you feel like your shoulders might get a little tired, you feel like your arms are getting heavy, imagine that there's an energy that your arms are actually resting on. That there doesn't take as much effort to hold your arms up as you think. Let that energy lift your arms, carry your arms. And then when you're breathing, now you're going to hold at the top of the breath for just a couple of counts. And the way that I want you to hold is with your throat open. So many times we're very restricted in here. Okay. And so you feel when you hold your breath, it's like, and then you're tight here. And what I want you to feel is that you breathe into the belly, into the heart, and then you're going to raise that breath up and you're going to hold your throat open and you're just going to count for a couple of, 1, 2, 3, whatever's comfortable, and then breathe out again. And so when you're breathing in the belly, the heart, and then you raise up the breath, open the throat, and then breathe out. So you start to really connect with that breath through the body, the heart, and the mind. And then when we practice this every day, it starts to feel a little bit more natural, relaxing, and something we can go to when we feel like we start to get a little bit anxious or a little bit nervous. It'll feel more fluent to go to it also when we're riding. So we're just going to spend a couple minutes here with this last one. Awesome. So hopefully that felt good. These kind of things I love. It's a great way to start your day too. You can put a little music, and I put a timer, put a timer for 5 or 10 minutes, whatever you have. Then you don't have to feel like you're looking at the clock. You can relax into the breath. Okay. So then another one is going to be to open up your joints and to open up your back. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep your feet on the floor, but rock a little bit heel to toe as you bring your arms up. And this, your belly, your center, is what's going to bring the momentum of the arms up. So the arms are going to come up. You're going to be on your toes. Feet, heels are still going to stay on the ground. Otherwise, it feels really awkward. And then you're going to come, let everything fall down. So now we're flat-footed or even a little bit more on the heels. And then we come up and then we come down. And you just keep going back and forth. Abby's going to help. But you want to feel, as you start to get used to it, that you have momentum coming from your center. And you're only going as far as you feel really comfortable and loose. But you'll start to feel your lower back relaxes a little bit. Shoulders start to relax and just move. They aren't moving because you're moving them. They're moving because you're moving your hips, okay? Hey, guys, we're starting a little bit different today. So just join on in, okay? So you think about going flat-footed. Feet are still hips, hip width apart. And you're coming into your heels, up to your toes. Don't take your heels off the ground unless it really feels good. But move your arms with your hips so that your shoulders, your arms, your hands, very relaxed. And then your neck and your head are just going with it. They are not also either holding against or creating the energy. They're just following. So you feel how that starts to open up your lower back. You start to feel everything in your back. Your shoulders start to move around. And you get this feeling that your balance can be down here. It doesn't have to be up here. It can be down here. So you can do that before you ride. It's an awesome exercise to bring that awareness. And then another one is to take your arms up and out to the side, look at the ceiling, and then reach down and scoop up some energy from the floor. And then you come up. Each time you're going to change which hand is in front. And you just open up, look up at the sky. And this is just moving some energy up your channels, up into the sky, down and grabbing the energy from the earth and just throwing it up into the sky. So here, what are we doing? We're stretching the legs. Again, finding that balance down here in our center. And there's a lot of relaxation happening in the shoulders, which is awesome for our riding. Okay, so that's another one. Scoop up and just throw the energy. Scoop up and throw the energy. Very easy. Feet are still flat on the floor. And then another one that we can do, which is bringing awareness to your hips and to your joints, is that we are going to stand a little wider, and then you're going to make a figure 8 on the floor with your hips. So you're going heel to toe on this foot now, mine left, your right, and then you're going to come around, come back, and now right heel, your left, my right, right heel, right toe. Come around, and we're just going to come with the hips. So you have a little bend in the knee, a little bend in the elbow, and you're just making that figure 8 very, very relaxed, like you're making a figure 8 with your hips. And then you're thinking about the feet. Shoulders are relaxed, back is tall, tailbone a little bit under. and I have my hip opening and coming across, and now my hips are closing a little bit as I'm going to that other heel. And now they're opening, coming across, and now closing as they come to that other heel. So this is, you want to keep those shoulders open. You want to keep your body straight. And you just start to get that feeling. It doesn't have to be like tense. It can be a little bit open and free, but just that feeling that I can move in that area of my body in a very relaxed way without tensing up my shoulders, without tensing up my arms. How far, how big can the figure 8 be without causing you to get off balance? Just these kind of awarenesses that are going to be really, really good for your riding. Okay? You can just spend a couple of minutes in each exercise, relaxing and breathing and taking time for yourself and getting in tune with how that body feels when it's centered and it's relaxed. And then the last one that we're going to do is going to be a little bit more of a stretching exercise. And you're going to turn your, so your left right toe to the left, and then so that's my right. Your left foot, if you want to keep going the same direction. So your left foot, you're just going to turn your toe to the right, and then pick your right foot up and put it down about whatever's comfortable for you, a yard, a couple feet, and the foot on that side is going to have the toe just a little bit out for balance, the other toe straight out, knee over your toe. Okay, it's hard for you to see, but it's okay. And now we're going to stretch that back leg a little bit, and we're going to take our hands and put the palms up and stretch the arms straight back as high as you can in a relaxed way. And then take your neck and stretch back and stretch forward. And then one neck roll in one direction, a neck roll in the other direction. Very good. And then we bring the hands in front again and come to the front. And then we're going to do the same thing. We roll the toe of the outside foot a little bit, step with the inside foot, bring the hands, palms up, and then you're going to stretch back, neck forward, and then one neck roll in one direction and one in the other direction. And you're keeping your knee over your foot. You don't want to go past your foot. And it's awesome if you can feel just a little bit of stretch in that back leg, in the calf. That'll help. You'll get a little stretch maybe in the front leg, in your hamstrings, and then a little bit of stretch in that calf, which is really great for riding, good for balance. And then we get that relaxation in the shoulders while we're stretching our arms back and releasing our neck.